Your business needs help. 56.1 million employees are employed by small businesses in the United States, and 99% of all U.S. establishments are small businesses under 250 employees. That means that your business should be listening to the only podcast dedicated to small business success. That's Growth Success Radio, growthsuccessradio.com. Welcome to this week's episode of Growth Success Radio. Good morning and welcome to episode 24 of Growth Success Radio. I am one of your co-hosts, Scott Gombar.
And you're invisible again?
What? Oh, I'm invisible again? That's correct. Don't confuse me, Eugene. I'm already having a rough start here. Eugene, I've got the video queued up. Be careful. Anyway, Anyway, this is episode 24. We're going to attempt to talk to Network and Golf. She's having some technical difficulties, one of the owners of Network and Golf. My co-host, my dancing co-host over here is Eugene Resnitsky. He is co-owner of Traeger Insurance, so I'll let him tell you about Traeger Insurance. Did you turn your ringers off before we start that?
Let me do that right now.
All right, so while he's doing that, I'll tell you about Scott Gombar Digital Marketing Agency. So what we do is we primarily through organic digital ads and social media, we drive traffic, qualified traffic to your website and bring more business to your bottom line. ScottGombar.com, so you can visit that site. This show is an extension of both of our businesses. Eugene, what's Traeger Insurance all about?
Right now, it's all about me trying to shut off the phone, but we are a independent insurance agency based out of Meriden, Connecticut. And what independent means is take the client's information, shopping around to all our carriers, which ultimately gets them the best possible price for the most optimal coverage. My role within the agency is as president of commercial lines, so I work basically only with business owners, trying to help them cover the what-ifs in life to keep their business running.
Awesome. And if you want to learn more about Traeger Insurance, last week was it last week? Yeah, last week was the sponsor appreciation, so you can learn all about Traeger Insurance. Eugene and the other co-owner, Josh, were kind enough to join us and answer all of our tough questions. Some of them are really tough. Eugene had to explain some things. Lemonade stand and no sound, Colleen. No bueno. Are you driving?
This part.
I thought the background was moving there. I thought maybe it was one of those motion tracks.
Last time she was on the phone at work, it's fine.
Yeah. We can't read lips. Well, I don't know. Maybe Eugene can. I can't.
I can't.
So this show is about Network and Golf. Oh, by the way, we're live every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, to talk to business owners and those that work with business owners and how they can grow their businesses, how they can become more successful, hence the name Growth Success Radio. And we always have a clever success hack at least one at the end of every show, although since Colleen's having a hard time joining here, I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah.
Success hack, test the sound, even if you've tried it before. To listen to and watch past shows, you can visit growthsuccessradio.com. All 23 previous episodes are on there, except, again, there is one missing episode. And later this year, we're going to have a quiz, and I don't know, somebody could win a cruise or a vacation to Meriden, Connecticut. What do you think? That'd be pretty cool. If you want to win a t-shirt during this episode today, be the person who shares the episode the most with the hashtag success hacks. I said it today in one shot. Look at that. So the person who shares the most to Facebook and or Twitter gets the t-shirt. And I'll show you what that t-shirt looks like. It looks kind of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That's
Eugene's already ordered 48 of them.
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, I ordered 366 this year.
Oh, that's
One
right.
for-
Leap year. Yeah, one for every day. Yeah. Yeah. Leap day is Monday, by the way. So do not go to March 1st. I'm going to go to February 29th. You can also purchase one of these lovely t-shirts on growthsuccessradio.com if you don't want to take the chance of winning and being the person to share the most. You know, you have no competitive bones inside you, and that's fine. Go buy one. We're okay with that as well. As a matter of fact, we would prefer you buy one because we make money on that.
Yes.
You're not talking. How do we know if it works?
No.
No. So you can hear us, but we can't hear you. Well, this will be interesting. Answer
Great.
all of our questions, Hillary.
She's gonna write.
You're gonna write the answers. You're gonna sign language them. I don't know I don't know sign language. 1 minute. She's going to, I don't know, run over to Staples and use one of their computers.
That'll be hilarious.
All right, so Network and Golf has joined us, and they're actually giving away free memberships to everybody who's in the audience today. So anybody who joins us today can go to golfandnetwork.com. They just decided to do that this morning. Can go to golfandnetwork.com and sign up. All you need is an email address and a name. No, we cannot hear you, Colleen. And you will get a free membership for 1 year, a $2.99 value. It's Colleen's going to owe me big after this.
What if she tries to use the browser instead?
Well, you probably should have said that while she was still there. Oh, she can probably hear us. Colleen, try through the browser especially if you have Chrome on your phone. Well, it won't work in Safari, but try Chrome on your phone. That rhymed. I've got a bright future as a rapper.
You do.
That's right. So there was supposed to be a button here to record the previous or show the previous 20 seconds or something like that. And I don't know what happened to that. They must be updating stuff again. And then the world map is gone. Yeah, maybe that's why Colleen's phone isn't. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. So Eugene,
what's up?
Any updates in the insurance world?
There's
Anything
a lot.
you want to share with us?
I don't even know where to begin. Seriously, there's a lot of stuff happened over the last week. So the big one, I'll start with on a national level. So I think a couple weeks back I was talking about Google getting into the insurance world by allowing consumers to go on one of their websites, compare the rates, and pretty much purchase insurance without getting involved with an agent. So Google just announced that by the end of March, that website is going to be closed, and all those employees involved in that are going to be laid off.
Nice.
So they realized they couldn't get it working properly. They didn't have the carrier support. It was just too much, and so they are leaving that market.
Is it run by Daniel Malloy?
Probably. So on now a little bit more closer to home, I just saw that there's a hearing for workers' comp insurance in the state. They're trying to see if, for firefighters, if cancer should be included in workers' comp. So what that means is that if a firefighter develops cancer from their employment as a firefighter, they could be eligible to get workers' comp benefits for that cancer. So that could send a huge precedent throughout the country, as workers' comp is different state by state, the laws are. So that's Connecticut's talking about that.
Okay.
I mean,
it's pretty big, right?
Man, I have more news, but I think we'll just keep it at that for now, because there's a lot of stuff happening.
Sergio. How are you, Sergio? Is this a Sergio? I know a couple of Sergios. This is not one of them, however. All right. So for me in the digital world, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but Google AdWords has done away with the right side ads on desktop. So they said they were going to, and didn't give an exact timeline, but we knew it was going to be soon. And I think it was the next day they were gone. So there are no more right side ads on Google desktop search. So what does that mean? It means those of you running ads better get your crap together. Yes, I said crap on air. Because if you don't show in the top 4, you're not going to show at all. You'll show at the bottom of the page, which really nobody scrolls down to these days, except for me. I think I'm probably the only person in Connecticut that will scroll to the bottom of a Google search page. That's just pure morbid curiosity. And also Google launched AMP, which is short for Accelerated Mobile Pages. So what that means is it's very long and convoluted process. And actually, it's so long that it takes a few days for them to report errors. But essentially, what will happen is if you have a page on your website, there'll be a second version of that page stored on a Google server so that it loads faster on mobile devices. This just launched as well within the last week or so. And I wrote a blog post, so it's on my website. If you have a WordPress site, it's pretty easy to update. But you do have to update your site to meet that because it will impact search results. All right. They've already said they're going to favor sites that are using AMP. And that's short for Accelerated Mobile Pages.
Okay.
Pretty cool. They come up with these acronyms, isn't it?
So how does somebody get AMP?
There's going to be some coding involved if you have a site built by code. But if you have a WordPress site, there is a plugin you can install and it'll automatically do it. I did it on my site yesterday. And I can show you what it looks like. Here, let's do this. Let's have a little fun here.
Might as well.
Since we're waiting
He's
for
not in
Colleen.
yet, so.
Yeah, I think she drove away. She's probably on her way
Got
home.
pissed.
She drove home now. Screw this. I'm done. Bob likes to mess with Colleen. All right, so let me switch here. I don't know how well it's going to be to see in here, but so this is the blog post normal.
Okay.
Normal version, so you can see like, let me scroll. This is not easy to do, you know, so there's my little pop-up. Yeah. You can see the images, my logo at the top, right? The whole thing looks normal. Now, if I add AMP to the end of the URL, I installed the plugin already. You see the difference? There's no images. It's all text. Well, there's this image, but the first image isn't there. The logo's not there. The pop-up that comes up normally isn't there. So it's a stripped down version of the website.
So is there a way to get rid of those pop-up ads? Their pop-up?
That's mine. I put that there. You don't like mine?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, what is their main goal with getting those AMP websites?
Well, their main goal really is to do away with, or not do away, but speed up web pages for the internet, for mobile. And really what they're going after is a lot of websites will have multiple JavaScript tracking codes on their website. So you have one for Google Analytics, you have one for another company that does analytics for it. And a lot of websites have multiple JavaScript codes because of that, and those tend to slow down websites. Also, large images will slow down your website. Flash-based content, which hopefully nobody's using anymore, will slow down your website. But so that's what they're trying to eliminate. Okay. You could build a site that looks like what the last page I showed you, but it's kind of boring, right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But that's, yeah, so that's the difference between an AMP page and a non-AMP page. And Colleen's going to try it again. I appreciate her tenacity.
She doesn't quit. Hopefully she's like that on the golf course.
No sound. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask you questions. You write them on a piece of paper and show them on your screen, the answers.
I don't think she can hear us either.
I can probably answer a lot of these questions. So, where are we? So those are my updates. Now, Eugene,
What's up?
I'm going to leave it up to you. I do have the video queued up. Do we want to show the world Eugene's exercise routine?
Go ahead.
All right.
No,
I like the braveness.
no, I don't get embarrassed.
No? Colleen, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is Eugene's exercise routine.
Yeah. That was so funny when Nicole tagged me in that.
So this guy has a ton of videos on YouTube. He's an actual choreographer. And there are videos that are a little more risque than this one. This is Eugene exercising at Edge Fitness in Meriden, Connecticut, everybody. This is the butt blasting, Bikram yoga, Taibo,
Tai Chi,
something or other.
hip hop Pilates,
Yes.
all that good stuff.
Hip hop Pilates, right. Sweating to the old school hip hop. So Eugene shaved his beard so that it didn't look like this video. He wanted to hide from that, but we got him. His alias is Michael Castro. Now I can't find my mouse. There it is. All right. That's enough fun for one day. She's gone. She said sorry. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means she's going to keep trying, but I'll tell you what Network and Golf is. So Network and Golf is a platform networking group sort of type deal that essentially, and actually I can load what's done already into the screen since we're having so much fun doing this today. And what happens is people that are on the platform can invite other people that are on the platform to golf. So it's kind of LinkedIn meets Meetup with golf involved. And we're going to launch beta test hopefully in the next week or two. There's been hiccups along the way, but we're almost through the hiccups. And it's only phase 1 of the beta, so let me load it in here real quick. So this is what the site looks like right now. We're going to move it to a new server soon. So, because of the square windows here, this is my child's doctor is calling me. But anyway, so right now you can view your profile. You probably recognize this stuff came from LinkedIn on my profile here. But you can change it. You can edit it to whatever you want. You know, you can put Eugene as a big jerk or whatever.
Good. Do it.
Golf schedule. A little calendar. I have one golf match in India today.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to need a ride. You available later?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
If there were any pending invitations, they would be here. I already approved it, so you can't see but you can see what it looks like, actually. So this is what a pending invite looks like. And I can either learn about the person inviting me, accept it, or reject it. I imagine most of mine will be rejected because I suck at golf. Invite members. Now we're trying to figure out how we're going to allow people to invite non-members into the platform. There's a foursome finder, which you can't see on your screen right now. This is not easy to navigate. I know you're sitting over there going like, what is Scott doing? But it's not easy. Yeah, you can't really see the foursome finder. I'm trying to scroll up and it won't let me. Let's see if this works. So it's not even loading right now. Oh.
You broke it. Just like you broke Blab.
I broke it multiple times already, so it's all good. As we're doing this, I found an error, actually. Yeah, that's not working now. It was working. And there'll be member benefits. We haven't loaded those in yet. So some of the member benefits, which is a question later on in our questions, include, let's see, you get 50% off to refer.com, which is actually a pretty cool system. It's a CRM, but it also it pulls in news articles and stuff that's relevant to your CRM and sends it out to other people for you. So it's a nice way to keep in touch. And there was another benefit, another perk, and I can't remember what it was right now. We're working on discounts with local clubs and courses. Let me put my pretty face back on the screen here. But there'll be a lot more benefits to come. So that's what Network and Golf is. Right now, if you go to networkandgolf.com, you'll see the page itself. There's a static page there now that explains what we're going to do. This will eventually take the place of Network and Golf, what I was just showing. Eugene, you want to ask the questions? How do we want to do this?
I mean, might as well.
We're constantly improvising here.
Might as well just
feel like we're Fast and Furious here.
All right, let's see. All right. So now that we know what Network and Golf is, what need do you think it fills?
So right now in the United States, golf is on the decline. Courses are closing. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Colleen would be really good because for some reason she remembers all those numbers. But the golf, there's more closing than there are opening. And I think the number was 17%. There's a 17% decline in golf courses in the United States over the last 10 years or something like that. Just here in Connecticut, you can see that some of the clubs are in a pretty bad state of disrepair, or they're, you know, some of the clubs themselves have gone public or have been taken over by the town. Some have closed. There's been a lot of different scenarios and some of them have separated the restaurant from the course itself to two separate businesses instead of one. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of that going on just here in Connecticut. Now, Connecticut's kind of an anomaly because we have to deal with winter 6 months out of the year. But and we have other things going on. We won't get into the political crap. But if you want to see what I'm talking about politically, just go to my personal Facebook, because I posted something this morning about our clown of a governor. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what one of the bigger problems is millennials and Generation X. So my generation and your generation, they don't want to golf for some reason. Now I know you do, and I wouldn't call myself a golfer, but I go out there and swing something. And but for the most part, millennials and Generation Xers don't want to go on a golf course. Some will tell you it's time. Some will tell you it's price. So we're working on ways to eliminate those excuses and make it so that businesses want to do business on the golf course again. And anybody who does business on the golf course will tell you they do very well by playing golf with other business owners. Yeah. And close most of their business on the golf course. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to encourage millennials and Generation Xers to get back on the golf course, because they're not there. The boomers are there, but that's it. Yeah,
and I'm trying to think of why our generations don't play golf like the baby boomers did. You know, it's probably technology. Now they rather just play Tiger Woods golf on their Xboxes and PlayStations.
Well, there's that, and there's the time constraints that are involved with playing golf on a regular basis. So one of the things that's been suggested, and there's actually a few of them here in Connecticut, is instead of playing 18 holes or 9 holes, we play 3 or 6. And I know there's at least one 3-hole golf course in our area, not too far from here. So some places have recognized that. Another part of that is the cost. If you look at some of the country clubs in the area where, again, you're only going to golf in Connecticut, in the Northeast, you're only going to golf maybe 7 months out of the year. And, a country club membership in some places is $5,000. So a lot of people can't justify that $5,000 to golf 7 months out of the year. Although this year might be, I mean, it's supposed to be 50-something degrees this weekend.
This year has been good for golf. One of my clients owns a golf course, and he says generally golf courses will keep open until the first snow. So they were open pretty much into February this year.
Yeah, there's one, I don't remember which one it was. I follow a few of them on Facebook, and one did not close until almost the end of December, which is strange for us. So,
Yeah.
it's not normal weather for Connecticut this year, for sure. It's supposed to be 50-something degrees. I think this will be the first time in years I remember going into March with no snow on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the fade away, so it's good golf weather, but that country club model, I don't think doesn't work anymore, especially with our generation.
Right. So they can't justify what it costs to join a country club for the amount of return they're going to get if they're not golfing on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And our generation, your generation, my generation, they cannot, they can't find the time to do it all the time on a consistent basis. So, we've got families, and now fathers are more involved with their families than they were years ago. You've got, and by the way, and I'm not excluding women, but most people know that golf is primarily a men's sport. 9 out of 10 people on the golf course are probably men. Mm-hmm. So fathers are more involved with their families now. I know for myself, I'm always with my kids. Job commitments, people in the United States, we work a lot. If you go to other countries, they don't work nearly as much as we do here.
No.
So there's that. There's other networking that, you go, for example, we go to B&I for an hour and a half versus 5 hours playing 18 holes. But we do that once a week, and other networking events, just a lot of stuff going on. The time constraints don't always allow us to do those things. Nope. So that's something we're trying to address as well. And I see Colleen has come back. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Well, it works.
So those are some of the things that we're trying to address: the time constraints, the cost involved with some of the places, even non-country clubs. Some of them cost hundreds of dollars just to play a round of golf. And people can't always justify that.
Like that. The casinos are fairly expensive.
Yes. Especially if you're going to gamble too. You probably lose everything that day.
Well, if you win, then you can afford to play golf there.
It's true. I'm not really a gambler, so I'll go like $40, and once that's gone, I'm done.
I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me too.
When I was salary-based, I would go more. Now, when you're commission-based, you kind of go less. For now.
Eugene, you're a baller. Stop it.
No.
I heard you bought Edge Fitness. You didn't buy a membership. You bought the gym itself. That's what I heard.
I wish.
So golf courses in general, they are struggling. And a lot of it is because the Gen X's and Millennials are not going golfing on a consistent, regular basis. I don't know, maybe with you have this new young crop of professional golfers coming up that look dynamic like Tiger Woods was in his prime. Maybe with these guys, you'll get more people out there golfing again. And golf's not the only sport in the United States that's hurting right now. If you go to baseball fields and football fields, those sports are hurting too. They cannot get enough baseball players. By the way, I suggest if you have children, get them to play baseball, because the amount of kids playing these days is dwindled. So your chances of them getting into at least college are improved.
And soccer.
Soccer, but I think soccer is going to grow.
Yeah, soccer is growing. and it's where they have the opportunity if you go overseas to make the most dollars.
Yeah,
by far.
for sure.
I
But
don't
I
think
think even in the United States, I think the soccer league here in the United States is growing too.
it is. Well, it's growing a lot. It's growing a lot over what? How long has it been? 15 years that they've had it?
Yeah. Has it been that long already?
Yeah, I think so.
I know. Supposedly last year, the soccer team that plays at Yankee Stadium, and if you can't tell, I'm not a big soccer person, but the soccer team that plays at Yankee Stadium drew more people than the Yankees did last year.
Wow.
Supposedly, which is huge because Yankees are a worldwide franchise and one of the biggest names in sports. So,
Well,
all right, Colleen is giving it a shot.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Let's see if she drove home and hopped on a computer. One more time, she said. Talk. No sound. Is that a deer behind you? What's that? Something behind you.
And
tried to get her.
Well, we'll have to
reschedule this interview.
Schedule.
Maybe next week.
Oh, she's still here.
Can you hear us, Colleen? So, something that came up recently with Network and Golf. Okay, awesome. So you can also type answers and we'll read them out. Oh, it's probably hard on your iPhone though, huh?
Yeah.
So you should have brought your laptop with you, Colleen. We have been confused with another company that tried to do a golf networking type thing last year, and they're based in Connecticut. I'm not going to say names. I know Eugene knows who they are, and I know Colleen knows who they are. We are not that company. Thanks, Eugene. We are not that company. And actually our format is not the same. So what they were trying to do was create something similar to BNI, but include golf. So they would get together once a month with a group of business people, and it was supposed to be exclusive. So one commercial insurance guy, one digital marketer in each group, and they would golf once a month at exclusive clubs. Well, the owner of that company took a lot of people's monies, and a lot of people monies. I don't know how to say that. A lot of people's money, and did not follow through on the commitment, and pissed off quite a few people. And I've been told there's a lawsuit involved. I don't know all the details. I don't know if there really is a lawsuit or not. But as Colleen says in the chat, we are not at all related. We have nothing to do with them. The format of our company is not the same. We are not putting together groups, networking groups. We are putting together foursomes, and it's not going to be the same foursome. So if Eugene here says, hey, I want to golf with the CEO of, I don't know, La Rosa Construction. I don't know why they just came in my head, but they did. That's right. They're putting together a huge park right over there, which is probably flooded right now. But anyway, a huge park over there right behind Eugene's office. And so he wants to meet the CEO. The CEO happens to be on Network and Golf as well. He can make that connection on and hopefully play 18 holes. But next week, Eugene wants to golf with somebody else. So it's not going to be the same people every week or every month or however often you want to golf. That's up to you. You can golf as much as you want. Our membership is not thousands of dollars. It's $2.99 normally. Right now, if you hear this, you can join for free at golfandnetwork.com. But that will not be there for much longer. So once we've got enough people to beta test and we've got quite a few already, we will take that offer down. Now we may have an introductory offer. We don't know. We're still talking about that, but we are in no way related to any other companies out there. And I know of another company that's attempting to do the same thing as the company we're confused with. So I'd probably just confused it more, but thanks, Eugene. Always so supportive. We're not related. We're not putting networking groups together. We're just we're just the what's a good word to use? We're the medium for people to connect. So we're, like I said in the beginning, we're kind of like a LinkedIn meets Meetup for golf. Right. It is very confusing for Connecticut members. We have quite a few people in Connecticut on board already. The problem is that the other group that popped up that's attempting to do the same thing as the first group, I don't know if it's intentional or not intentional, but they keep confusing it with us. So every once in a while we get an email saying, hey, is this you guys? And it's not. We're Networking Golf, and it's networkinggolf.com. Yes, we do have landing pages out there, but they all say Networking Golf on them. And we are not attempting to put large B&I type groups together. That's not our goal at all. We don't want any part of that. So I hope that clarifies that. I don't know, Eugene, what other questions you have for Network Golf?
Now, when Networking Golf, are members going to be allowed to connect with other members and keep that connection like a LinkedIn? That way you can always have that person if you want to just shoot them a message, hey, do you want to golf tomorrow?
So in the initial release, no. You'll be able to search by location. You'll be able to search by job titles or industry, and you'll be able to search by availability, and you'll be able to connect with people based on those search queries and golf with them. Now, so what will happen is if I say I want to golf with Eugene, I select Eugene, I invite him, he accepts or rejects, he's going to get an email. You'll get an email in your inbox, which was one of the things we had a delay on, which is now working as of this morning. So I got an email, Colleen. And you can accept or reject it. And if you reject it, I drive to your office with my golf clubs, and we play a different game. But that's the first release. There's obviously as things evolve, when LinkedIn first came out or Facebook first came out, they're nothing like they are today. Facebook has these ridiculous, I don't know, these hearts and faces now. What is going on over there? I don't even know anymore.
I can't believe you didn't talk about that for updates. It's probably the biggest update in the world.
It's stupid. And everybody wants to unlike the not like button, unlike, dislike.
Yeah.
So as Colleen said, we're creating the largest community of golfers in the world. We do have a Facebook page. It's Networking Golf. Twitter, Networking Golf. Instagram, Networking Golf. So we're very creative there. LinkedIn, if you search Networking Golf, it's there. But it's not Networking Golf because they won't let you format it that way. So easy to find on social media. The website is networkinggolf.com. And like I said, if you want a free membership, the first year free, we won't even ask you for a credit card or a check or anything. All we want is your email and your name. That's it. You can even use a spam email as long as you're going to check it. We don't even care. I have an email account that I use for, I'm think I'm going to get spammed by a site, so I use that instead. If you want to use that, so long as you're going to check it and follow through on your invites, then use it. We don't care. First year, absolutely free, golfandnetwork.com, and there's a few other pages out there. So there is somebody watching us in incognito mode. They're not logged in. So if you want a free membership, go to golfandnetwork.com. Free year. First year free. I sound like a drug dealer, don't I? First one's free. By the way, if you want a t-shirt, Colleen, I don't know. Can Colleen win a t-shirt since she's technically not being interviewed right now?
As long as she wears it to the small business meetings.
That's right.
So
Colleen, if you tweet and share to Facebook with the hashtag success hacks, I got it right earlier. No, I can't get it right. And by the way, Colleen, you were supposed to contribute to that success hacks today. I always support my members, Eugene.
Good.
You two are supposed to have a conversation, by the way, but that's, we'll talk about that off air. So right now, that's where we're at The next release, not 100% sure what's going to be involved in the next release. Again, that's Colleen's. Colleen probably has it written down on her forehead. I don't know. Maybe that's why she refuses to come on.
Probably. Maybe it's all an act. Maybe she just didn't have all the information, so she just decided not to come on and pretend like the mic.
You think? I know. She's got an iPhone with a Blab app. It should work.
It worked last time.
Let's get Sean on here and find out what's going on.
She even almost got arrested last time when the cop showed up.
That's right.
So, Scott, why should somebody like myself join Networking Golf?
Because I said so. No, you should join because it's going to, as you know because you're a relatively smart guy, I guess, right? You know that the biggest deals happen on the golf course. You know you're going to close a much bigger deal on the golf course than you will anywhere else. And not to mention, you get to know people better on the golf course than you do at a BNI or at a chamber event or at anywhere else. Because what happens, guy shanks the ball and then he starts slamming the golf club on the ground, snaps it in half, runs over it takes his golf cart and runs over the green. And, are you going to want to do business with that guy?
Probably not.
Probably not, right? You see a temper, if we're out there golfing and you're looking for a guy to run your Google ads, and I just learned the insurance agency is the biggest market for Google ads. Let's get on that, Eugene. Anyway, no
My
tempers.
budget is $1.
Your dollar. And you only want people on North Colony Road in Meriden with income levels above $1 million. Yes. Yeah. Let's do it. Not even $1 click. Yeah. You get one click. That's it.
Might be a good one. You never know.
Might be. You never know. So, So anyway, so we're out on the golf course and you're thinking about running some ads and we're out there golfing and I cheat. Let's say the ball goes into the trees and I cheat and I kick the ball back out onto the green. Now, in my opinion, my humble opinion, if I'm willing to kick my ball out onto the green, especially when I've already told you repeatedly I suck at golf, you're probably going to say, well, this guy's willing to take a cheap shot like that, then he's probably going to not handle my ads the right way either. And so you get to know people better on the golf course, but also I think you're going to meet the right type of business owners out there and you'll be able to grow your business that much more quickly. Mm-hmm. Also, Colleen will probably beat me up if I don't mention this, but if you join Small Business USA, you're also automatically a member of, maybe that was the other perk I forgot. You're also automatically a member of Networking Golf. So you have that going for you. So you also meet a higher caliber of business owners through there as well. So yeah, higher caliber business owners. Usually the guys that are golfing are the C-level executives. Because they recognize that's where things happen. So here's a couple of stats for you. I'll throw some numbers at you. How about this? 54% of business professionals see golf as the sport of business. 48% of executives see the golf course as an ideal business environment. And some studies show that business leaders who golf earn 17% more than those who don't. So those seem like pretty good reasons to golf.
I agree.
Plus, believe it or not, I learned the hard way. It may look easy, but it's not, and it will take a toll on you. So when you're done, you're tired, and you feel it. Your muscles will be hurting. That's probably going to discourage people. You feel great. You feel like you just drank tons of caffeine. You bounce on. You're ready to get back in the office and close the biggest deal of your life and start another business on the side. Right, Eugene? Yes.
Right.
Let's see what Colleen has a comment. It seems like she's typing pretty well on that iPhone over there. Someone said to me the other day, Colleen, I joined Small Business USA for you. Stay because of the organization. Spending time on the course gives you a few hours to help people get to know you quicker. So there you go. I agree. If you're done, if you golf 18, no, I don't know about 3 holes, but if you golf 18 holes, you're going to know if you want to work with that person or not by the time the 18 holes are done.
Yeah. Even 9's good for that.
Yeah.
9, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well,
And then usually it's followed up by lunch. So you get to know a lot about somebody in an hour and a half to 2 hours.
yeah, if you're golfing with me, that's more like 2.5 hours, but you know.
It's okay. I'm not good either. I need to get lessons.
Then it's probably 3 hours. Yeah, we're actually working on getting some golf professionals involved too. So I'll keep you up to date on that.
I definitely need lessons. Golf is one of those games where you need lessons in order to progress.
Well, this is amazing. I need to. My kid's doctor says I owe them money again. Unbelievable. Anyway, insurance companies. Jesus.
Different blab.
Yeah.
So what's the next 6 months look like for you guys?
Yeah, so we're going to launch within the next couple of weeks. We're going to move the site over to a server here, in, actually pretty local to us, and a hosting company here to improve speed and to improve reliability. Then the beta will launch. So as we're building up the beta, don't give away all of our secrets. There's no secrets. This isn't KFC. So we're going to launch the beta within the next week or two, I hope, and get more and more people on the platform. And then we have 2 more phases set up. So what we're hoping to get people golfing, maybe even March. In some parts of the country, that's possible. Connecticut, we'll see what happens. It's possible with the weather forecast I just saw, but we'll see. We're going to get country clubs on board, and there's a separate phase of that I won't get into because Colleen will probably beat me up, even though she's clearly not anywhere near a computer right now.
I can find you.
Really, the next 6 months is about growing it. So getting more people involved with the beta, and then obviously getting people involved with the paid membership, or getting people to join both Small Business USA and Network and Golf, because there's a little bit of a break on the price there, and just growing it. We've made some really good connections in the golf industry, so we hope to utilize those connections to grow.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any other perks to being a member of Network and Golf that you haven't mentioned yet that we should know about?
We're working on some. A lot of it's apparel and gear. We haven't solidified anything yet. We are also working on a perks system similar to like Plenty, or there's a few of them out there, but similar to that. Again, nothing solidified. Also travel discounts, because what's nice about this platform is I'm here in Connecticut, and let's say I'm going to Miami this weekend, wishful thinking, and I want to golf in Miami. Well, I can do that. I can set up a foursome using Network and Golf with people in Miami. I may have never met them in my life, but I can set up a foursome with those guys and go out there to Miami this weekend and go golfing. So that'll be nice. So we're looking to add travel discounts. We haven't gotten anything. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something, but there is refer.com, 50% off. Colleen, I don't know if you can still hear me, but if I'm forgetting something, let me know. But yeah, apparel, gear, travel. Okay, so travel is already there apparently. Lodging, and so forth. All these things will be available. Plus, you're going to get discount on the golf clubs, golf courses and clubs, those that are participating.
Lessons,
yes. We're working on getting some professionals involved with lessons. That is true. And I think I know I've spoken to 1 or 2, and I think Colleen probably has as well. Tiger Woods is giving lessons for free. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
I don't know if people want lessons from him. Lessons in what lessons is he giving?
Well, his ex-wife is gonna give lessons on how to swing the golf club.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
She's
Is
pretty
he
good
going
at
to
it.
give lessons on how to drive?
Yes, as somebody's chasing you with a golf club.
Great.
You heard it here first, people. Yeah. So Eugene, what's your golf handicap?
I would probably say close to double par, which is usually the highest you'll play when you're playing with people.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're better than me. Then one of the things that, so right now, the way the handicap system is set up in Network and Golf is you can have scratch golf, bogey golf, or leisure, advanced, or beginner. So I'm at beginner. I don't have an actual handicap yet.
Neither do I. I just answer the question. I mean, it's too soon.
Colleen, if you have a handicap, share. These are your questions, by the way, Colleen. If you can golf anywhere in the world, where would you play?
Probably somewhere in the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
They have some nice golf courses there overlooking water.
I told someone last year I wanted to build a golf course in Haiti. So we'll see if we can make it.
The real handicap system is crazy. There's like massive formulas.
Yeah, and they just changed it, I believe.
It's pretty much like an actuarial formula for life insurance rates to get a golf handicap.
Yes, land is cheap in Haiti. As a matter of fact, we're probably going to build a house there. On the beach, by the way. So.
All right, I'm going to come visit.
Yeah, go for it. Google probably created the algorithm for the golf handicap. Let's confuse people even more. Mm-hmm. Favorite? So for me, other than the Caribbean, because that's a good answer, I would say Pebble Beach. Colleen, where would you like to golf? I'll give you a second to type that in on your smartphone that doesn't do swipe. Favorite active golfer?
I don't have one.
No?
Fiji. I don't follow golf. Fiji, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
I don't follow golf enough to have a favorite one. Actually, every time I watch it, I get highly upset because they make it look so easy, and then you try to go on the golf course and copy them, and it doesn't work out.
So here's the thing I like to tell people to remember. None of those guys can sell insurance like you can.
Well, depends.
No,
I mean,
not legally. They might be able to endorse it. It might be able to.
Yeah.
You might be able to get Jordan Spieth to say, yes, Traeger Insurance is the place to go. You heard it here first, people. Jordan Spieth endorses Traeger Insurance. I'm going to go with Paige Spiranac, even though I don't think she's a professional, so to speak.
Is that Instagram girl?
Yes.
The blonde-haired girl, right?
Yes. That's her.
I've seen some of her stuff.
Mm-hmm. I bet you have. And Colleen has some guy, I forget who he was now, some guy she wanted to bring on the show. Boys.
Her favorite golfers are boys?
Yes. This show just took a turn for the worse.
Usually
all
what
right.
happens.
Last question. Since we always ask this, this has been a regular question the last few weeks. What's the last thing you watched on Netflix, Eugene? We all know what Josh watched.
See, I don't even know if I've watched Netflix recently. The last thing I watched, period, was Star Wars Episode 3.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched Netflix recently.
But why Star Wars Episode 3?
Well, I saw, was it 7 in the movie theaters? So I went back and rewatched all the other ones, so I knew all the backstories.
So you never saw them before?
No.
Oh my, are you like the only guy in the world? Even my son has seen, the only ones my son hasn't seen is the original series, the original trilogy.
I'm an immigrant.
So?
I'm still getting...
They show that in Russia.
No. Not when I was there. It was communism.
So because it's communism, there's no Star Wars.
No,
Okay, I don't know.
everything was controlled by the government. It was like North Korea.
According to Eugene and Abdul, I'm a racist, so I don't know.
You're racist.
I played chess with Abdul on Wednesday, by the way.
Did you beat him?
No, I made a stupid mistake and lost.
He seems like he's good at chess.
He's pretty good, yes. So for me, it was I'm gonna go with Chicago PD. I've been binge watching on Hulu. Kind of like that show. It's pretty cool. I don't know if police departments like that actually exist, but if they do, it's pretty cool. I want to work on there.
What about Colleen? What was the last thing she watched on Netflix?
I don't know. I don't think she watches much TV, and neither do I. It's always like I'm beat. I'm just gonna turn on TV and zone out, like once a week maybe. Departures.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. Is that like The Departed?
Is that like at JFK Airport?
She's at the airport watching planes take off. That's why your sound's not working, Colleen. They disabled it. Oh yeah, she told me about that show. No, there's two kids that travel the world. Yeah, she told me about that show.
At JFK watching the planes.
She's watching planes take off. They disabled your sound because of it. You know they've got that kind of power.
All right.
All righty then. So I guess that's it. We're here every Friday 10 a.m. Eastern. I hope she's not driving because apparently she's dying. We're here every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern.